I can tell you that over Easter weekend there was a lot of talk about NHL Trade Deadline. A lot of talk. John Shannon, Sportsnet NHL analyst, thank you so much for coming in.
My pleasure.
So let's talk. Obviously, the ball got rolling a little bit with Iginla, and then there was all the speculation as to what can happen, specifically with the Leafs. Now, everyone was asking me, can you ask John, what do you think is going to happen with Luongo? Is he coming in?
Well, listen, the Maple Leafs have to decide whether goaltending is an issue or not. I mean, they go into Ottawa and shut out the Senators on Saturday night. You know, the goaltending may not be that bad. I think that becomes the big issue for Dave Nonis is, does he need to find a way to improve his goaltending? Maybe not short term, but long term. Not necessarily for these playoffs, but for next year. And I think that's the big question. I don't think Luongo is the only answer. Could be a guy named Mika Kiprasov out of Calgary that could be part of that factor. And then they may just decide to stay where they are. So there are lots of different options for them, and what you can't do at any time is sell the farm to get the guy that you're not sure can be the answer.
Well, considering where they are right now, you know, we're seeing Joffrey Lupul doing so well, Nazem Kadri doing so well. I mean, is this the way? Do we even need this goaltender that's going to really make it for the Leafs?
Well, again, the question becomes, do you want a short-term fix or a long-term answer? Dave Nonis is a smart guy.
Right.
He's not here just to have a cup of coffee. He's here to make a decision that will help this organization for the next 5 years. And I think that, I mean, I agree with you. I think the Maple Leafs are playing their best hockey, maybe of the season. And Lupul has been a huge factor in that in the last 8 or 9 games. Kadri has been the biggest surprise of the season, but has done more than everybody. Even Don Cherry thought he could. So, for my mind, the Leafs are playing their best hockey, but they're, you know what? They're not a championship team yet, and I think that's the expectation people have to realize.
Last question, just for Leafs specific. How do you see their chances this year?
Well, it all depends where they finish, and I do think now they're going to make the playoffs. But if they end up being the 6th seed in the playoffs, they play a team from the southeast. Could be Winnipeg, could be Washington, could be Carolina, and they actually have an opportunity to advance to the second round that way. If they play anybody else, I don't like their chances past the first round. Yeah,
the fans need it here, I think, for sure. Let's talk about any other big trades that you can see coming down the pipeline.
Well, I mean, Luongo could be the biggest question mark of the day. And you know, I think we have to be realistic. A lot of trades did happen last week. Now, the other thing was Sidney Crosby got hurt on Saturday with a puck to the jaw. Who knows how long he'll be out? They say a month. You know, the practical nature of an athlete like that, it could be 2 weeks, it could be 6.
Sure.
So now the question becomes, do the Penguins go and try to find someone else? I doubt it. But then there are all those teams like Buffalo, like Calgary. Are they going to get rid of players? And I think you have to look at a guy like Jay Bouwmeester in Calgary, who's a quality defenseman, gives you lots of minutes. Are they prepared to, is somebody out there prepared to take on a big contract?
There is so much to watch. Of course, you will be watching 10 hours live coverage at the beginning. Yeah, 10. Yeah. Surprise.
I won't have to get up this early, though, will I?
No, not this early. Not this early. Apparently, 8 a.m. starting on Wednesday morning, but you've got some special coverage starting at 11 p.m. on Sportsnet. That's the Deadline preview show tomorrow night. Catch it all. John, thank you very much for coming in. It'll be fun stuff.